comes from Crystal Toastmasters Club, where I was a member before. I was one of the earlier members in the early years. She is currently the club treasurer. Well, she just Can you imagine? She just joined in January this year, and now she's treasurer and she's attempting her speech number 9 in less than 1 year. You can see the progress she has gone into. And not only that, she participated in the recent humorous speech and table topic contest and are double champions in Crystal. Being champion, she went on to the area level and she became the first runner-up at the red area B4 for humorous speech contest. Guess what? She's only a student. Only a student at Taylor University doing her finance and econ paper. So that much for her. Let's put your hands to welcome Kate to deliver her icebreaker speech with her title, I Wish. I Wish. Kate.
I wish, I wish, I wish. I wish you would have listened better. I wish you would have told me that earlier. I wish that you would spend more time with me. Those were the 3 things that my best friend would always tell me whenever I'm on the phone with her or having a conversation with her. But maybe if she paid attention more, maybe if she listened to me, maybe if she was present when I was talking to her, all of those answers would have been, all of those questions would have been answered. My best friend, me and her, we've been friends for about 12 years now. So our friendship began at 9 years old when she was a class president and I was a vice president. In the beginning, we never liked each other, but throughout the year, as we had to work together, discuss things about the classes with teachers, we built our friendship. Eventually, we became very close. We found out that we're very compatible. What she wants, I give. What I want, maybe sometimes she gives. Oftentimes, we feel unrecognized, unappreciated, and unacknowledged. And during that time, we feel hurt because all our efforts we spend doing something, you don't even get anything in return. You feel disappointed, you feel sad. You question yourself, why do I do this? Was it worth it? Was it necessary? Investing all my efforts into something, but I can't see anything. So, with that, I move on to how that she has taken me for granted. Throughout the 12 years of being friends, I was very giving in to her. I spent all my time with her. Growing up, we'd go for tuition classes together, we attended school together, and during the final exams, when she didn't know how to do any questions, she'd call me in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. sometimes, because she's a midnight owl and she studies at night. While I'm asleep, she'd ask me, hey Kate, how do I do this question? It's so hard. I was like, okay, let me go get my book. So I get out of my bed, I go get my books, I teach her the questions and how to do it. That just doesn't happen once or twice, it happens almost every time. Whenever she's sad or feeling insecure, she'd call me. She'd say, Kate, I feel so ugly, why am I so fat? I had to reassure her that she's beautiful and that you don't have to feel inadequate being in this world because everyone's unique in their own ways. And then she would call me whenever she needs help, basically. But then when I want her help, I hardly ever call her because I know she's incapable of providing what I've been providing to her. I always give so much to her and expect something in return, but I never ever get it. Because what my parents always tell me, do what you want to others that you want to do to you. So of course, growing up with that phrase in mind, I would do whatever good deed I can to her because I hope that she would do it back to me. And then going through the relationship, growing up, maturing, seeing what life is all about, I realized that all my efforts are not acknowledged, they're not appreciated, they're not recognized. Instead, she's just taking it for granted. It's sad to see that that friendship you've built with your friend is slowly crumbling like that. You do all these good deeds with a good heart, sincerely, but we all know that everyone has a limit, and I have reached that point. And when I reached that point, I decided to be more stern with her and tell her what's right and what's wrong. Because whenever she does something wrong, I always tell her, it's okay, it's just a mistake, you learn from it. But she hardly ever learns from it. She's stubborn, she does it again and again, time from time, and then she comes back crying for the same particular reasons. So I've had enough. Initially I thought being nice to her, accepting whatever she wants from, accepting whatever she comes to me for and giving it to her was the right way. But then as I got older, I realized that's not the right way, because if I don't tell her the truth, if I don't tell her that she needs to improve herself and toughen up and get out of that hole, she will never realize. So I realized that I made a mistake. I've made her vulnerable and soft instead of toughening her up every time. I just let her come crying to me because I just say it's okay. It will be okay, but you need to help her in a more effective and productive way. So when she comes to me, talking to me now, I be very stern with her. I tell her, no, you're not doing this right, you're doing this wrongly, you should have done this, you shouldn't have done that. And then she gets sensitive. She asks me, why am I being so crude? Why am I being so mean? Because all the while, I've only taken all her complaints and said it's okay. So, our friendship eventually fell apart because I evolved. I realized that I'm not doing what's best for her. But now that I'm doing what's better for her, she can't take the punches that I'm sort of giving her, trying to help her be a better person. And then I realized as well that all my efforts that have been invested into her, eventually I barely get anything in return. So what I'm trying to tell all of you is that we should appreciate, we should acknowledge, and we should appreciate, we should acknowledge, and we should recognize the help that people give to us. When your mom does the laundry when you're tired, even though you're not, you just act in your room and say, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. She does it tirelessly anyways, although she's been working 9 to 5. Go home, tell your mother, tell your father, tell anyone who's been helping you or who has been there for you that you are thank you for them, for their existence, to listen to them when they are in need. And also, tell them that you love them. Because a little kindness goes a long way. And we shouldn't take anyone for granted. Back to you.
Let's give the two speakers another round of